If you used Jyotish Star on multiple machines, say a desktop and a traveling laptop, you'll eventually run into the issue that the database files on each machine can get out of sync. So for example, I like using a PC at home with all my large monitors, and then when I travel I use my smaller laptop, which also has a copy of Jyotish Star on it. But because the database files are separate and they're not synchronized, I would have to copy my current databases from my desktop onto my laptop using a thumb drive or a portable hard drive. And then once I return from the trip, I need to reverse that process. And after doing that even a couple of times, it becomes a burden. So although there's been a way to synchronize files using a cloud-based shared drive system before, version 10 has greatly simplified the process into just a few mouse clicks. And that's what I want to demonstrate for you in this video. All right, so just for orientation purposes, when Jyotish Star loads the application onto your computer, it stores the files that it needs. In the Windows environment, it's on the local C drive. I'm not exactly sure what it is in the Mac, but the principle is the same. And what we're going to do is create a link between those set of files and the external drive. Now I'm using Microsoft OneDrive. It's already installed on my machine. And it looks, you know, in this Windows Explorer here, it looks just like another drive. But in fact, this is actually sitting in the cloud, so to speak. Anyway, I'll click on that, and I'm going to create a new folder. This is the first step you've got to do. Create a new folder called It can be called anything you want, by the way. Jyotish Star. All right, and that's it. I'm going to just leave that window for later. Then go up to the File menu and open up the Data Entry window. And from there, go to File and go to where it says Sync Data Folder Cloud Backup. Left click on that. It's going to open up a screen where we want to, I'll just do it this way, left click on that empty folder, select that folder, and just wait a few seconds, because what's literally happening now is all the files are being copied from that C drive onto that shared drive folder, and it's created a link such that it will be updated every time you make a change to the files on the C drive. It's automatically updated on that shared drive. One of the feedback mechanisms that you have is when you go under File, you can see as long as this is checked, it means that all of those files are going to be automatically updated. Now if we want to see that, let's go to that folder again, and if I open this up, there are the files. Before it was empty, and some of these on the status, you can see some of them have green checkboxes. That means the files are copied and ready to go. Whereas in some of the other files, because there's a lot to do, it takes a little bit of time to get them fully synced. But within a few minutes, they're fully synced. And when you make changes, they're synced on a real-time basis, so it happens actually very quickly. Now you have to repeat this same process on each of your devices. So if you have the laptop, you will have your shared drive icon, create a folder called Jyotish Star, and then through the application, just like we did here, you'll go to File and File again and do the exact same thing on each device. That way, now everything is linked up, and even if you lose the internet, you have a local copy, and if you make changes and you have the internet, they're updated to that shared drive. So I hope that's helpful.